Aren't you tired of boring and predictable podcasts? Remember the movie Groundhog Day? Ugh. The only thing predictable about this show is that we're guzzling booze. Count on it. This is the Appleboys podcast. Appleboys.us. If it's NFTs, music festivals, sporting events, strip clubs, current events, or masturbation techniques. Did I read that right? There's more than one? Fueled by, but not sponsored by, Miller Lite. This is the Appleboys podcast. Now your hosts, Josh, Corey, Rob, and Jimmy. Rob has issues. Just saying, bro.
I just really think that sometimes whenever we just do this riffing stuff when we're trying to start recording, we should just hit the record button first so we don't miss all the good shit.
Just see what happens, you know?
I feel like as soon as that record button goes from green to red, all creativity goes out the window and we just become boring.
Yeah.
We should take out that LED and just pray to God that it's recording.
I agree. That's probably why our listenership isn't growing, is because they don't get to experience the good version of us.
Sorry for coughing.
The good version of us kicks in when the edibles kick in, but the edibles also stop us from being able to talk.
Yeah, the coherency goes away.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a 30-minute window in there
Yeah.
where it's just glorious. And
Agreed.
then after that, you just get special Rob for the rest of the night.
Yep.
What's up, everybody? I'm Josh. I'm here with the Appleboys podcast. I'm here tonight with Corey. What's up, Corey?
Oh, hey there. How you doing?
Not so bad. What's up,
Super.
Rob?
Yeah, I'm all right. How's it going?
You're just all right? You seemed great when you were chugging the 4 Coca-Colas you had coming into the show.
No, it's starting to wear off. I'm going to have to get some more.
Okay. We got Jimmy back in the house. What's up, Jimmy?
What's up? It's Jim Job. Jim,
All right.
Jim
Not
Job.
to be confused with Rim Job.
Jim Jobberino.
Real fucking close.
I couldn't think of a different name because I try to come up with a different name every time.
Jim job.
Jimmy, we got a lot of stuff to cover tonight, but you haven't been on the show in 6 months?
Yeah, it's been about 5.5.
Why don't you tell us what you've been up to?
Just been busy on the weekends. Been going to shows. Been playing shows actually. Mainly just house parties. Nothing serious.
You know, just
DJing.
having a fucking life.
Well,
Unlike us.
Jeez, that was aggressive.
I like casting with the boys. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I've just had September and October both have just been incredibly busy for me. But it's getting better. It's getting better. Attendance is going to be far better from here on out.
Did I hear that you went to San Francisco again for the second time in as many weeks?
Yes,
months?
went twice in October.
That's wild.
Yeah,
'cause
first
that's
time was
an
for
expensive
Portola.
city.
Yeah, it was very expensive. Very, very expensive. I can't travel for a long time because I need to pay off credit card debt.
Are you able to ride share a plane ride? Is that a thing yet?
I wish.
That's the next stage.
Like Fluber?
Like Duber. Delta Uber. Come on down.
I don't know
Yeah.
that you can ride share a plane, but I did hear the other day that people are doing this basically Airbnb for cars.
Oh, yeah. I saw a commercial for it.
It's called something stupid. It's like Raptor or something.
Like Turo or some shit.
Oh, I think that's it, actually.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called, but I've heard that people are pooling their money and their credit together to buy a Tesla Model S Plaid Edition.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean for purchasing a car?
Well, no. They pool their money together to purchase the car, and then they rent it like an Airbnb.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
and so
okay.
they're clearing
it's like an
$900 a
investment
month.
property kind
Yeah.
of thing. Okay, gotcha.
And when they want to, they can just reserve it for a night and drive a badass car.
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
almost
there
did that
was-
when I was in San Francisco because there was a bunch of Turo options there.
Yeah, there was the commercial for that is this old guy where these young people are giving their Porsche keys back to this old man. He's like, "Did you have fun?" And it shows them doing the Ferris Bueller thing and stuff. And they're like, "Can we keep it?" And he goes, "Ha ha 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 ha." It's like, Turo, get a luxury car for the weekend.
It's
Wow.
wild to me.
That was incredible. You should record every commercial. show up and like
Just Corey's the commercial guy.
like if you have like a low budget commercial that needs to be done, you just have
I'm
Corey
your
describe
fucking
it.
man. Let me tell you.
I think I would pay attention to commercials if it was just Corey.
It'd be the Be Kind Rewind version of every commercial. where
Love
you
that.
just-
Yeah.
What a great movie that was.
It was a good movie.
Is that Jack Black?
Yeah, Most Def.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's weird to me though that how quickly commercials have like left my consciousness because I don't watch commercials anymore. Pretty much ever.
It's a dying art. It really is. Because of all the streaming platforms and all that sort of thing.
yeah.
The last commercial that I remember is the Dilly Dilly
Dilly.
Wow.
commercial.
It's been a minute, huh?
Yeah, I haven't seen a commercial since then.
So the whole car rental thing reminded me of, have you guys heard of this company called Mischief that had this key for all experimental project where basically you go on their website, you buy a key to this one car. It's like $30 for the key. And you can call in to their hotline and they will give you GPS coordinates of where the car is. And there's only one of them.
It's like real life GTA.
Yes. And you just have to go find the car. You unlock it, get in it, and drive it for as long as you want until someone else steals it from you.
Huh.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I've never heard of that before, but that's
Yeah, I watched a video on it the other day.
wild.
This guy was the first person that actually found it, and he drove it like maybe 5 or 6 miles. It started in New York City, and he stopped to go to a gas station and get gas for the car, and he like looks away for a second, and someone takes the car from him, and it had all of the shit in it.
That's the fucked up part.
Yeah,
Is
and-
it has all your shit.
He was in with like the creators of it, and he calls them, he's like, hey, I know this is how this is supposed to work, but like all my stuff is in the car, can you help me? And they like chase the guy down and like talk to him for a second, and he's like, yeah, sorry, I had no idea all your stuff was in it. And he pulls the guy's phone out of his pocket and gives it back to him, like, sure, you didn't have any idea.
Oh, man. Can I get that back? That's the JPMB. She's going to be so mad at me.
So that was like a month ago now, and he posted an update because he tried to find the car again. And this car is just spray painted to shit, and it looks like it's been ran into a wall. But it's still running.
Jesus.
It's in like Pennsylvania now.
What kind of car is it?
It was a PT Cruiser of all things,
gross.
and it had like the
Yes, it's not even
wooden,
worth it.
like the fake wooden
Yeah.
pinstriping
The
on
classy one.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I've seen the new Jeep Wagoneers have a special edition that has the wood trim on the side.
Yeah, I'm going to pay upwards of $90,000 for a car, and I'm going to get fucking woody whack on it.
you're also paying for the Macintosh speaker system.
Oh, yes, very high class.
I think I would buy like a Volvo station wagon with wood panels on it in 2022. Like a new one. You know what I mean? Not like a one from like the 60s.
Station wagons are pretty cool.
They are.
A lot of
I
them.
think so too.
They used to have this. It may not have been a station wagon. It may have been like a Corsair or something. But they used to have this spot. The engine was in the back, right? And so between the back seat and the back window was like a little, almost like a crib where you sit your baby in it, and the engine keeps the baby warm. I'm not kidding. Look it up. Like, this is a real thing. It was before they thought of like car seats and seat belts and stuff. They just like put the baby in the back window so that the engine would keep it warm.
Cooks the baby.
Yeah, well, radiator needs water, and Jimmy's dead.
Why does it have to be Jimmy?
I don't know. I was
So-
looking,
so
I was
morbid.
Little Jimmy.
That's fine.
looking across the table at him, and it was the first little name that came up. I don't know.
This is
First
how,
little name.
Fuck you, Corey.
You know, like, oh, it's little Jimmy. Look at him.
Yeah.
It's Big Corey. Fuck you.
Yeah. Don't you forget it, little man.
this is how our parents grew up. Like, we wonder why the country's so fucked up.
Because our
don't
parents
need
were cooking in
seatbelts.
the back of a car.
That's the boomer generation. Just cooking in the divot.
What?
The divot. You know, the station wagon divot.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can find a picture of this.
I want
and
to know.
I'm going to post it on Twitter whenever we're promoting this episode.
So I saw on Marketplace, speaking of station wagons, somebody's selling like a 1982 Oldsmobile station wagon thing. They're like, I know what I have, $15,000. It's like, buddy, it's an 82 Oldsmobile. No.
Facebook Marketplace is such a trap.
It's wild.
It is.
It's like when we tried to buy a Baja last year.
Yeah, man. Who knew that had such a cult following?
Did you guys know about this? Me
Yeah.
and Corey were like, we're gonna split a Baja. Like, no further planning. Just we're gonna split a Baja.
Like, both of us have been like in on that.
Yep.
And
Supras
If
are a
we
money
could-
pit.
if we could find one for like $5,000, we were absolutely just gonna split it and like trade weekends or something.
Yeah.
What would you do with it?
I don't fucking know.
Go do Baja
Go
shit. What do you mean?
like carry my surfboard around in it and shit, like the commercial back in the day.
I'd buy a surfboard.
Hey, Corey, where's the closest beach?
I mean,
It's about 8 hours east.
give or take.
I don't know if a $5,000 Baja would make it that far.
Sure it would, man.
It would if you dumped 20 grand in it to fix it.
See,
That's
I was thinking
I've been
that they were going to cost about that much. No. They cost like $15,000 to $20,000.
I think the most reasonable one that we found was like 14 grand, and it was like 280,000 miles or something. It was like a 98.
You had to tow it.
Well, it did say that
It
it had the engine rebuilt actually.
Okay.
So it wasn't 280,000 like original miles, but the odometer definitely read 280K.
And you can only trust people so much. It's hard to tell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what else happened in San Francisco on the second trip?
So second trip was Halloween weekend. Went to a festival called Second Sky. It's hosted by one of my favorite artists, Porter Robinson. He basically makes it so it's like a big birthday party for him, but it's not his birthday. He has like all his favorite artists, favorite food, everything at the festival. So it's like a pretty big deal. There was like 25,000 people there, which is pretty nuts. Probably one of the bigger festivals I've been to. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And also Halloween in San Francisco is pretty nuts.
You guys went to that last year, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you dress up?
I was going to, but then it suddenly called for like 20-mile-per-hour winds at nighttime, and I didn't have the ability to like carry layers with me if I wore my costume.
You should have just like worn a sock and body paint.
A sock where?
I don't know, over your dongle.
It would have been a very popular
What?
costume in San Francisco.
Over his dong. Just a little sock, a little body paint. Fit right in with the
Yeah.
EDM kids.
But I was talking about being cold, Corey.
Yeah, but I mean,
If you're wearing just a sock in San Francisco, you're not going to have an issue being cold, buddy.
yeah,
That's fair.
you're gonna have all the dudes on you.
You're going to be covered in mustaches.
That does sound warm. You're right.
Yeah.
You'd have big bear-like men, much like myself, flocking to you.
Why are
Making
you?
sure
I
that-
think-
Why are you painting this image? Like,
I think Corey's trying to tell you something there.
sounds like
What
it.
would
Good
your
Lord.
costume have been?
I was gonna be Dexter.
From Dexter's Lab or from
Dexter's
the show
Lab.
Dexter?
Dexter's Lab.
Okay. Are you being serious, or the murderer Dexter or the child genius Dexter?
Child genius.
Are you
Because my
being-
hair's red and I have the glasses.
He looks
all
exactly like
all
him.
I had
What
to
do you
do
mean?
was get like a
Well,
coat.
The murderer Dexter also has red hair.
It's not quite as distinct.
It's like a chestnut.
yeah, it's an auburn.
It's
maybe.
like a real person red hair instead of a cartoon red hair.
No. He has real person red hair.
His,
Thank you, Rob.
he
his
is a
hair-
real person
Yeah, I'm a real person
with red
Josh.
hair.
What does that mean?
Murderer Dexter definitely is a redhead.
No.
I don't think so.
I'm currently watching Dexter. I'm in season 5. I
I thought
promise
you were
he's
recording
not.
the podcast with us.
No, it's on my phone right now.
Oh, that's what you're looking at down there.
No, you know what I mean. It's in my show rotation.
Oh,
Yo, what happened to Jennifer Carpenter?
I don't know.
She was going to be like the next big thing. Then after
No.
Dexter did that quarantine movie, and then we never heard from her again. Yeah, that looks very brown to me.
It's very brown.
He's a fucking ginger. You're
It's a
kidding.
mahogany. You're colorblind.
It's like a rich mahogany.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
still
not,
brown.
Not close. Still brown. He's just showing us pictures. It's definitely brown. Nice juxtaposition with the red there from the blood.
He
Yeah.
looks like
Really
fucking
points it
Andy
out.
Dalton. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, he fucking doesn't.
He's a goddamn red rocket.
looks like Carrot Top's brother.
All right, listeners, I need you to weigh in. Is Dexter Morgan a redhead or not?
Just don't even bother looking that up.
It's not even kind of You don't have to do it.
Hit us up on Twitter at Appleboys Pod and just let me know how stupid I am.
Would you Josh up on Twitter? I don't want that.
Yeah, true. Would you say that Andy Dalton is the Andre the Giant of leprechauns?
No, he's not proportioned correctly.
Of course. And he doesn't have a pot of gold.
Yeah, true.
Well, I mean, he does wear a helmet of gold, which is
true,
kind of the same thing.
And he's making pretty good money this year, so
yeah,
in a way.
Is this football?
Well,
yeah,
it's not going to be for long because speaking of gold, perfect transition. Nobody won the Powerball, so the next draw is $1.9 billion.
That's
billion.
wild.
So I was talking to our mutual friend and multi-time podcast guest, William, earlier today, and he has been frantically unloading his positions in many cryptocurrencies.
Yes.
Because he feels that the upcoming election is going to fuck the market, and he wants to be as liquid as possible.
That's all I heard about last night.
Yep. So he's been selling a lot of Doge, a lot of everything. And I read an article today where some crypto whale moved like over 70,000 Bitcoin out of one wallet and into an unknown wallet. And for reference, 70,000 plus Bitcoin is like, I don't know, he moved like $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin.
That's insane.
So I was talking to Will and I said, are you liquidating all of your cryptocurrency so you can use that cash to buy Powerball tickets? And he said no. But then it led to a conversation about what he would do if he won the Powerball.
Buy Bitcoin?
And I asked him, I said, would you just use it all to buy Bitcoin? You know, that'd be a lot of Bitcoin. And he said, and I don't think he was kidding. Like, I really could see him doing this. He said he would like to live stream himself using all the money to buy Bitcoin and then send all of the Bitcoin to a like burned wallet, burned address where it's gone forever, can never be recovered. And he said that it would be one of the greatest displays of human anti-materialism in the history of mankind, and it would be so great for humanity. So he basically just wants to...
When did you talk to Will about this?
Today.
When did Will become the Heath Ledger Joker?
I sent him that I sent him that meme. That's the one that I replied to. Like that's exactly what I sent him.
Man, Will must have been in a mood after the party last night.
Will's having a rough day today.
Goodness.
Yeah, me and Rob were at a party that Will hosted last night.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah, that's why we're fucking recording on Sunday.
I'm telling the listeners, Jesus Christ. I don't fucking care about you guys. I know you guys know.
Yeah, Corey's over here like, yeah, I fucking know. You told us. That's why I'm here on a fucking Sunday.
I was invited also.
Yeah.
All right. So if you, Rob, were to win a $1.9 billion lotto prize, take the lump sum after taxes, you're worth, call it $500 million. It's probably a little more than that, but let's say you're worth $500 million liquid cash. What are you gonna do with it? Do you have plans? Have you daydreamed about it?
What would I do with the money?
Yeah.
Like
what's the most outrageous kind of fun thing that you would do with it? And do you have any philanthropic things you would do with it and investment type things? Like what do you think?
So I've thought about this a little bit, and my answer is going to probably be the most boring, except for one part of it. But I would probably take about 80% of it and put it into a high yield savings account and just live off the reserve, never touch the actual money, and just pass it down generation to generation. Because even if you're not touching the reserve or the actual principal, I guess, you can absolutely live off of the percent, whatever the yield is, like 3% a month or whatever it is. So, or a year. So that would be equivalent to probably more than 4 to 5 of my salary per year right now. So that would be totally fine. Use part of the initial to like buy a house, pay it off, buy a car, pay it off, all that stuff. So I'd have like no actual, like besides monthly bill kind of stuff, things going on. And then that's pretty much it. It would be like the use for my money. It would just be the ability to use the time that I have any way that I wanted forever. That would be the coolest thing to me. But the first part of it would be me immediately going over to my place of business and just taking a shit in the middle of my place of business and then running out the door. And that would be how I'd quit.
I like it.
Wow.
literally dropping a deuce right in the middle of this place.
Did you know that happened to my brother one time?
Did it really?
Oh, wow.
No, I didn't. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's
Tell us more.
That's the Code Brown story.
Oh.
Is there time?
It happened at my old store also.
What?
Well,
Is
it's
this a
happened.
thing?
It's happened to me too. When I was working at Kmart when I was in high school.
From people quitting?
No,
Oh.
customers. Just
I think we've heard about the
retail
Kmart
customers.
one.
Yeah, there's still if that Kmart store still exists. Last time I was there, there's still a stain.
Good
On
God.
the
It just
tile?
never goes away.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was like almost like acid.
Obvious.
And it
Like,
just, like,
how do you stain tile with
yellowed it.
human shit?
It was bad.
That's unbelievable.
Eat curry for days in preparation.
Seriously.
All the turmeric just comes out.
There's that's an interesting story for another time. What about you, Corey? What would you do with the money?
I mean, I'm obviously going to buy Falcon season tickets, maybe even a minority interest in the team.
If you bought season tickets, would you get a box or would you rather be down with the people?
Man, that's tough because I've been in boxes before and boxes are awesome, but I'd probably want to be more with the people because I'm actually a fan.
It's like 50-yard line, 5 to 10 rows up.
No, not that close. Probably in the 200s.
Really?
Yeah. You want to be able to like see the plays develop.
Yeah, but sometimes you want that FPV.
Yeah. I've been close to, and being close at football games is not nearly as cool.
Are you a POV kind of guy, Josh? Is that what I'm hearing?
Sometimes.
He's dabbled in the category.
I see.
But yeah, like Rob said, buy a house, buy a car, live off the interest, invest, buy a shitload of trailer parks.
You would want to deal with that?
Yeah, I feel
No,
like
no,
you're
no.
past that at this point.
No, you pay somebody to deal with that. But yeah, man, you're getting a shitload of money. You need to buy a bunch of trailer parks. It's the way.
All right. What about you, Jimmy?
I think I would immediately pay off all the debt of my family and friends. Step one. Well, sorry, that's step two. Step one is hire Will as my financial advisor. Step two is to pay off all the debt of my friends and family. Step three, probably just live abroad for like a year and let Will manage my assets and shit while I'm away. Just living it up, doing whatever the fuck I want. Probably go to Amsterdam, maybe Madrid, probably Japan. Just travel the world for a little while, you know? Probably come back, back to the U.S. at least. Find the city that I want to live in primarily. And I think I would want to open like some kind of event, like club space venue sort of thing, but make it like super cheap and skirt around like all the Ticketmaster, Live Nation shit and just focus on the actual content instead of money.
Did you see that the president tweeted the other day from like his account
I
calling
did.
on Ticketmaster to quit being
Yeah.
fucking bastards with their ticket?
Yeah, they made
stuff?
like 1.6 billion or something in the last quarter or something. I don't know what it was exactly. It was a lot of fucking money. Like high record for them.
That's I mean, shows like this Blink-182 concert that we were talking about last time or the time before or whatever. I mean, that kind of stuff is drawing attention to it, which
Yeah.
I'm happy about. But I mean, Pearl Jam in the 90s was talking about how Ticketmaster is a fucking evil company that
Right.
is eventually going to make going to like for everyone to go to a concert just impossible
Right.
because of how expensive it is. So
Yeah. The Second Sky is managed by Ticketmaster because they work with Golden Voice, who does everything on the West Coast. First year Second Sky, it was like $110 for pre-release tickets. This year it was $270.
Wow.
I don't think that's because of Ticketmaster though.
It is.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
I
Like
think
you're
it's-
talking about like after fees and everything?
Fees were like $120.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
That's insane.
It
Yeah.
is insane.
it's definitely going to go up year to year.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Like that's no question. But going up 2.5 times or more than what it originally was. And when was the original? Like 5 years ago?
It's 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Yeah, because there's been 3 Second Skies.
Yeah. Yeah. They had to take a break in the middle there.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is they make all this money from all of these fees and whatnot, yet their servers crash
Yeah.
fucking every time I want to buy tickets to anything.
That's fair.
That's because they're running lean. They got to keep those margins up.
That's fucking stupid.
Yep.
It's the same thing whenever Blizzard releases a new WoW X pack. Like every launch of all time, or any launch of an expansion pack ever has been just fucked.
Yep.
So what's the solution? Is it have the government mandate something with this? Have the government involved in
the government
handling
should
this?
absolutely not be involved. But
or is it everyone flock to some kind of other service? Is that even an option, or is like Ticketmaster like
you're not going to like what I have to say
with people?
Ticketmaster is essentially a monopoly at this point.
Right.
I don't think that they're.
I mean, they're not. There's other ticket services.
Yeah.
It's people need to partner with them and do the things, but
right.
Those other services charge fees too. Like,
what's the incentive for? Do you know what the incentive is for like venues and stuff to partner with Ticketmaster opposed to someone
visibility?
else?
Yeah, well, that, and then they also have like they don't get charged the crazy fees and all that kind of stuff. Like that's all Ticketmaster charging that.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't have to provide the infrastructure or anything, but NFTs fix this.
Man, that's a term we haven't heard on this show in a while.
They do. They fix this. Artists sell NFTs that get you into their concerts, and then you can resell the NFT as a ticket to somebody else. And every time it resells, the artist makes part of the royalty, and you get commemorative shit. It's just, it fixes it.
What if Ticketmaster starts selling NFTs?
Cool.
Then their blockchain would fucking crash every time I wanted to go to a concert.
That's true.
Well, they probably wouldn't have their own blockchain, but either way.
They'd have their own blockchain, like Applebee's just sent you a Dropbox file.
Yeah. That's exactly what it would be, a PDF.
Yeah.
Hey, man. I got the gift cards. They worked. I used
That's
them
true.
all.
They worked. I used them all.
I know it. You know it. We all know it. You were talking about... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to comment on this really quick. I could see it going either way. I think honestly, those are kind of the two options, though. It's either government intervention and calling Ticketmaster an actual monopoly, which, in all fairness, I think they are really close to.
Yeah.
Or some sort of very, very creative way to get artists to give direct access to people to, get to their concerts themselves, because I don't think there's an alternative solution that makes sense.
Right.
Just Ticketmaster is like huge. Or I guess Live Nation.
I think it's all about how smart the marketing people are for the venue as well. Like, there's this show I just got tickets to in December. The marketing people are just incredible. They network with the artists really, really well. They like give them stuff to post on social media rather than the artists having to like make stuff up themselves. They have really, really good branding, and they just sell all the tickets on their website with no other third parties involved.
And the problem too, though, is that a lot of the venues are owned by Live Nation.
That's fair.
Which is owned by Ticketmaster.
Right. Two of the worst companies ever. Fuck Live Nation. Yeah. Crowd Crush, Travis Scott, Astroworld.
Jimmy, are you 25 or 26?
25.
So when you were talking about if you won the Powerball, you would travel a lot.
Yeah.
When I was roughly your age, I was going through a pretty major identity crisis.
Sure.
I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life or where I was going or where I wanted to live or anything like this.
Sure.
And I decided that I wanted to travel the world. So I had this plan. It was going to take me about 8 months to pay off all of the debt that I had, and then about another 6 months or so to save enough money. So it was going to be a little over a year. And I tried to get my middle younger brother on board with me, and he was like not interested at all. But I was going to get my passport and travel the world. And every country that I went to, I was going to have a local tattoo artist in that country do a tattoo that was...
This is quite the identity crisis. I love this.
It was like authentic to the experience that I had there and the culture of the country and things like that on my back. And it was going to be a full back piece. So when I got back home, I was going to have this story to tell about all the places that I've been.
You're just going to look like a fucking Yakuza hitman.
Yeah. Hey, bro, check out my back. All right, I can tell you exactly where I went and what I did there.
This one means water and power.
Needless to say, I'm glad I didn't do it, but that was the plan.
I wish you had done the traveling part, but not the tattoo part.
I don't think you can do one without the other.
I wish you had done the tattoo part myself.
Honestly, if you would have just taken the money that it would take to travel the world and pay like one or a group of tattoo artists to just make some shit up and put it on your back, that would have been way better.
Yeah, you just disappear in like an Airbnb here in the States for like 3 or 4 months and just get a bunch of tattoos here. Tell everyone you travel the world.
There's no way anyone would not believe you.
No.
And you'd save a bunch of money. So you'd be like this badass without like tens of thousands
Just spent
of
the
dollars.
entire time researching the countries.
Yeah. Like, what do tourists do in Mongolia? Yeah, this is my horse spirit.
Just get really good at Photoshop in the process.
I had this like vision in my head of being in a like Buddhist temple with monks, and they've got like
Holy shit.
They're blowing the ink and just fucking smashing the needle by hand.
My God.
He's becoming part of fucking Samoan tribes and getting the face tattoos and stuff.
yeah. But that was my plan in my mid-20s.
Man, I'm glad
Christ.
that didn't work out.
Yeah, man.
I feel better about where I am.
I traveled to New Zealand and I had to learn the haka in order to get this one.
Do you want me to do it for you?
Yeah. It's sacred. I can't do it for you on command. It's sacred, okay?
You have to threaten me.
Yeah.
Make me feel threatened.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, it's Gnome from the Hateful Gnomes Music Hut. I'm here with my good buddy, Jake the Hater, and we're bringing you a bi-weekly music podcast for all your heavy metal needs. Tell them about it, Jake.
We are here to have our horns up, and we are staying heavy. That is right. Even B-Word is producing behind the scenes, turning his mic off. But you know what? We are going to give the fans something bigger, badder, and fucking bolder. Tune in bi-weekly, a Spreaker Prime podcast.
You're listening to the Appleboys podcast. Now back to your hosts, Josh, Corey, Rob, and Jimmy.
You guys say gazebo or gazebo?
Gazebo.
Yeah, me too. I thought that was weird.
Is there another way to say it?
I thought it was really weird when Corey said gazebo. I was just wondering.
That's like the Latin pronunciation, isn't it?
It's the A has a like straight line over the top. It's definitely gazebo.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
What's wrong, Corey?
I'm going to go out by the pergola on the gazebo.
Pergola.
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 That's pergola.
I went to that festival a few weeks ago.
I was going to say, I think that's where Jimmy was.
What are you talking about, Corey? Do you know English?
No,
So
I speak American.
I was at home the other day, Saturday morning. So this would be yesterday. My wife was at work and both the kids are home. So my 2-year-old son is asleep upstairs taking a nap. And I have the baby monitor on so that I can hear him, but I'm downstairs in the office. And all of a sudden, I see something out of the corner of my eye, and I turn around. He's been asleep for probably hour and a half. See something out of the corner of my eye, turn around, and my son is standing there looking bewildered, and his arms and hands are covered in blood, and his face is covered in blood, and there's like thick, goopy blood coming out of his nose and like draining into his mouth. So
this is a dream, right?
no, this is real. This happened yesterday morning.
What the fuck?
So he was having a nosebleed.
Oh
And
shit! Wow.
I didn't hear him open the door. Didn't hear him come downstairs. He never cried. Never said anything. He was just standing there covered in blood. Looked like he had just killed a rabbit or something.
Nosebleeds are like that because they don't hurt or anything. It's just like sudden. Oh shit.
Yep. So I was more worried about my daughter freaking out than him, because if she saw it, she was going to freak out.
Yeah.
But I needed her help because I didn't have like wipes and stuff that I needed to clean him up. So I picked him up, told him to stay calm, yelled for my daughter, told her, hey, listen, it's really, really important before you come in here that you do not freak out. Your brother is bleeding. It's okay. He's going to be fine. I need you to bring me wipes, and I'm going to take care of this. And so she did very well. I was very, very proud of her. She brought the stuff in. I could tell she was bothered by it, and I could tell she was concerned, but I could also tell that she took me seriously when I said she didn't need to freak out. So she didn't. So I was very proud of her for that.
Nice.
So she brought me the wipes. I get them cleaned up, get the nosebleeds stopped. I used to get nosebleeds when I was a kid. And what I always do is like lean back and pinch the bridge of my nose to get it to stop bleeding. So I would like lean back. So that's kind of what I did with him. And my wife, I was texting her as some of this was happening. She was like, no, don't lean him back. It'll cause the blood to go back into his throat. You need to lean him forward and use ice.
Yep.
I was like, well, that's never the way I did it when I was a kid. It's kind of like
and I turned out fine.
It's kind of like the baby in the Studebaker.
Or like doing elementary level math now.
Yeah. Anyway, got the nosebleed stopped and got him kind of settled into the living room or whatever. And I was going to go upstairs to see like what happened, right?
The carnage.
So is there going to be blood all over the bed and pillowcase? And is there going to be a streak like down the banister, coming down the stairs and on the door handle and stuff? There was no blood anywhere. It was all contained to him. I have no idea how it happened because it was all over his arms and hands and face.
Wow.
No blood on the pillow, no blood on the banister, no blood on the doorknob, nothing dripped on the carpet. I don't understand.
I'm just thinking about how your 2-year-old son, is he 2?
Yep.
Yeah, your 2-year-old son is better at containing blood than me trying to get up the stairs after the incident. There's still a goddamn fucking snail trail of blood coming up the stairs.
But
Well, I mean, his son wasn't shithoused either, so
That's good.
he looked like he was in a trance, but he was not under the influence of any substances as far as I
Yeah, I think Rob was also in a trance, and he had the mental capacity of a 1-year-old, so he wasn't quite there yet.
makes sense
I
why
was
your
just
son
trying
was
to
more
get
responsible.
in. It was like, I have to go up a lot.
I must climb the mountain.
Yeah, basically.
Speaking of the mountain, Halloween just happened. Was there any trick-or-treaters at the mountain?
Not a goddamned one. We had the lights on and everything, and no, not a single one.
I can tell you right now, if I was a kid and I saw your fucking driveway, I'd be like, nah, man, there's no amount of candy in the world that would make me want to do that.
Corey and I were talking about it because Corey came over to help me hand out candy to my neighborhood kids on Halloween night. And we were talking about it would be a good idea for you to get like king-size candy bars to reward kids that come up here.
That's
or
what I said too.
maybe even give them like a full bag of candy
Yeah.
because you probably only get 1 or 2 in a night. But then we were talking that they've got to know, right, that that's going to be a thing. And the only way they can know is if you let them know. So we were thinking that you put a sign at the bottom of your driveway that says, reward if you make it to the top.
Oh, so I'm luring children now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
The master of the house has a surprise for you if you make it to my door.
As we were talking about it, we decided it was probably not a good idea.
No.
All right, close your eyes and open your hands. Just fuck, man.
There's some popsicles in my basement.
Hi, I'm Chris Hansen. Just immediately shows up.
Why don't you have a seat?
Like, this is my house, motherfucker.
Remember when you had like a clever line for every kid that came up to your house for trick-or-treating?
Yeah.
And then there was a couple of people that like weren't really dressed as anything. And as they were walking away, you'd be like, nice fucking effort there, I guess. Or there was one where it was
There was a girl that was in a, I don't know, she had a costume on, and then there were 2 people right behind her that were both wearing camouflage. And they were all together. So the 3 of them were trick-or-treating together. But the girl that had the costume on came up first. And I said, trick-or-treating by yourself, I see. And she was like, yeah. But she clearly didn't get it. And I said, because they have camouflage. And she said, oh. And she actually started laughing. Like,
Nice.
The joke actually took.
It landed.
And then as they were walking away, I was like, got dad jokes all night.
How
Come on back again.
When was this?
This was Halloween.
Yeah, it was on Halloween.
Oh, I see.
And then there
You
was
know, the day the trick or treaters
No,
come to
I
your house.
didn't know if it was like this year or
Yeah,
like
yeah, it was this
5 years ago.
Oh, I
and
see.
then
Fuck
there
you,
was
Sorry.
there was one girl that walked up, just wearing like red track pants and like a tank top.
Yeah.
Like really didn't try at all. And Josh like gives you the candy, and they walk away. He's like, "She going as just like a girl that hit puberty or something?" And I was like, "Yeah, you should have been like red pants. Good choice."
God.
Holy shit. What's wrong with you guys?
And I don't remember the context of it, but there was one point where it may have been the camouflage joke people, where we were talking about as they're walking through the neighborhood, talking about their favorite stops, and it's like, "What's your favorite stop?" I really like the house with the two weird gay guys.
Oh, that's awesome.
So how old is too old to trick or treat?
If you,
Is it all about looks?
I think well, yeah, honestly,
Yeah,
it really is because everything's at face value on Halloween, right?
Yeah. I asked
you
this
have-
because I went trick or treating till I was like 16.
If you have facial hair, I think that's kind of the cutoff for guys.
I was good till I was like 21 then.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. Like for me, it's like when I was like 9,
Right.
And for you, it's when you were like 19.
Yeah.
In my opinion, if you are still in high school and still live at home with your parents, you can probably get away with it.
Agreed.
I'd say if you're a lower classman, it's like sophomore year of high school, I feel like is kind of the cutoff because at junior, you need to be trying to get laid or something.
Sure.
Okay.
I see. School was different for Corey.
Was it?
Apparently, it was different for Jimmy and Corey.
Nah, I knew what my dick did.
We talked about it
Yeah.
at length.
We
You want to find out?
We know.
Subscribe on Patreon.
Patreon.com/Appleboys.
Is there a way to pin episodes on Patreon to the top?
I don't know, man. Patreon changes shit every week.
That's fair.
We can upload videos directly to Patreon finally. So
We have to pin that episode.
That's cool.
Because we keep talking about it like every single episode.
I feel like that's an all timer. I don't
It
think
is.
anything is ever going to top that. Sorry. We should just quit now.
We've accomplished it. Miller Lite follows us on Twitter. Maple Butter Blondie's back. Rob talks about jacking off.
how we learned to masturbate.
We recorded inside an Applebee's.
Yeah.
We've had some pretty great milestones, boys.
I think we have to invade a Chili's.
Hey, so Chili's has actually got a 100% engagement rate with us on Twitter.
Saw that.
Pretty great.
Social media bot is really good.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it would be very funny if for Halloween next year, maybe I shouldn't spoil this, but for Halloween next year, we create an entirely new Twitter account with a new logo and everything, and we do a parody episode of ourselves where we're either the Chili Boys or the Chili Men or something like that.
Chili
And
men.
we're just guys that drink.
Fucking chili men. Chili Boys sounds fine. Chili men is...
Chili Bed is awesome.
The Chili Men.
Welcome to the Chili Dogs.
All right, this is happening. We're doing
So
this.
we're Chili Men who go to Chili's and get buy one get one free Bud Lights, and we make fun of them fucking Appleboys.
I love the BOGO.
Oh, I do like that.
I can't do the Bud
We don't have to
Lights.
actually drink
Okay,
it.
thank
They-
God.
they
It's
won't-
it's a
They
parody.
will never know.
Okay, well, I mean, I felt like we had.
We just have to make fun of ourselves.
Okay, got it.
I had this whole thing in my head the other day, but
We'd have to eat like plain hamburgers.
except for me,
Yeah.
I
If
have
Josh
to eat,
all of a sudden has to eat like cheese and mayo on everything.
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
He has to
Fully
become the
loaded.
saucy boy.
You don't get cheese?
Sometimes.
Okay.
He's
I'm
got the
lactose intolerant.
lactose. Yeah.
When has that stopped you from doing anything?
I said sometimes. Speaking of weird food things, I have a coworker. I have a lot of stories about coworkers. I guess that's because I spend most of my
You work
waking
a lot.
hours at work.
Powerball, let's go.
I have a coworker who the other day, I don't remember how it came up, but we were talking about bones in chicken.
Like
And-
bone in chicken or bones in chicken?
Bones in chicken. like when you bite a piece of chicken and you get the bone.
Got it.
So I guess that would also be bone-in chicken. And
Sorry, I just wanted to know.
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
You talking about fucking a chicken?
Yeah, you boning a chicken, bro?
Yo, what social circle are you in? Because I'm gay.
Wait,
So-
you're game?
so
Is this gay or Gabe?
it doesn't matter. It's equally bad either way.
Well, I just wanted to know if we were fucking a rooster or a chicken.
You gonna cockle doodle doo, or you gonna?
You're gonna lay an egg. I need to know.
Shit. So this kid, he's probably 21, 22, a little younger than Jimmy. And he's talking about the biggest piece of chicken that you can get that has a bone in it, like individual piece of chicken. And I said, obviously it's the breast. And he said, you can't get chicken breast with bone in it. I was like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, have you ever been to a KFC or a Bojangles? What are you talking about? Of course you can get a chicken breast with, or fuck, have you been to the grocery store?
Yeah, where they indicate boneless, skinless chicken breast
Yeah.
if you get chicken breast.
But
Well, yeah, they're just letting you know that the part of the chicken that doesn't have bones in it is the breast.
of course.
he legitimately thought that I was fucking with him.
Oh.
And that he said, never in my life have I ever seen a chicken breast with bone in it. I don't believe you. I was like, think about the anatomy of a chicken. Like, its breast is going to have bones. What are you talking about? And he was like doubling down hard on it. And all day long, he was like, I've been Googling this. It looks like maybe the chicken breast does have bones, but I'm going to the grocery store later to like validate.
To do research? Yeah.
Can I
What
take
is
an extra
wrong?
long lunch to go to the Kroger and see if I can
like a flat
investigate
earther.
This is the future of our nation.
a no boner?
Oh, no.
Why is this topic so funny? We have so many fucking jokes.
We got bones and cocks. There's a lot to do there, man.
It's true.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
All right, so this
Well
no
done.
boner.
Well done. Well done, Jimbo.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Jim Boner.
All right, so this no boner is doing some research. Did he ever report back at this point or no?
Not yet. I haven't worked with him again since then. So I'm hoping to get an update maybe on Tuesday.
I can't wait for you to tell me, just like the distant gaze in his eyes as he tells you, like, yes, it's got bones in it.
I don't know, man. He might double down. He might be like, birds aren't real.
That's the next logical step.
It
It's
is.
like, actually found out there are no bones, and not even that. They don't exist.
Right. It's all made in a lab.
Yeah.
You ever seen a baby pigeon? Have you?
Me neither.
I don't know if I have. Oh, shit.
It's because they're government drones, man.
They are.
It's among my favorite conspiracy theories, by the way.
Certainly up there.
So good.
It's been memes to death so hard. There has to be like no one that actually believes that shit.
Bush did 9/11 is my second favorite.
Everyone believes that though.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking true, bro.
It is.
We need better merch and more merch. I reached out to the company that makes the t-shirt I'm wearing right now that Corey got for me. It's called Homage, but it's spelled with an H because that's how homage is spelled.
I thought you said Amish.
I think it's homage, but
No,
I just thought it was made by the Amish.
yeah.
you don't.
Homage.
You don't pay homage to someone. Pay
Yeah, you do.
homage.
It's an homage.
I think you're thinking of a mirage.
No.
Mirage.
Men are gay.
Mirage.
Anyway, they haven't responded yet, but I'm trying to get them to pick us up so they can do our merch. Because the reason I haven't ordered a shirt yet for Jimmy's mom is because I'm pretty dissatisfied with the very expensive shirt I ordered for myself. So looking for better merch, people.
Makes sense. Maybe we can get like really creative with our merch and like, I don't know, like take the apple like an apple. But like we also talk about Miller Lite a lot, so maybe like I don't know, put like a tap in an apple or something like that, and then like have it like pour a beer or something. I think that'd be kind of cool.
We should hire an artist.
Yeah. What's wrong?
That was a coherent sentence, but I really thought we were getting really stupid, Robert, for a minute, and it was just going to unravel. But you held it together. You had the look in your eyes, like a single bead of sweat. You were ready to go.
I did not know where that sentence was going to end when I started it, so if
I could tell.
If that makes you feel any better. Similar to most things, when I start saying them, the words, they come out, but who knows where the train is ending. The train
Sounds
of
like
thought.
Willy Wonka
Yeah.
when they're going in the dark tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the song, but it's slipping from my mind.
Oompa loompa doompa dee.
That's how that one goes, yeah.
That's not the one.
It's not the one.
How's it go then, Corey?
I don't know, man. I haven't seen that in a long time, but it's something like, the places that we are going every which way without knowing. And he just like gets really intense, and it's like an acid trip.
I like how he's like, it's been forever since I've seen it. I don't really know the words. And then he just rattles off the first 6 stanzas.
And then there are no signs that we are slowing.
But fun story about that, like Gene Wilder fucked with everybody on set of that movie, and none of them knew what was going to happen in the tunnel scene. They just thought they were going for a fun little boat ride.
Oh, I see.
So all the reactions of the actors and everything, very genuine.
I love that. That's the best way to do it.
They're out there like, oh shit, this man's going to kill us.
Yeah.
Same thing with him like falling down and doing the somersault and stuff when he first gets introduced.
Nice.
He said that was the only way that he would take the roles, if he could enter the screen like that, and that no one could know that that was going to happen.
Nice. Man's a genius.
That's awesome.
Did you know they're remaking Blazing Saddles?
No, they're not.
They are.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be the most PC fucking movie ever.
It is. I can't remember what it's called, but it's not called Blazing Saddles, but it's like a PC version of Blazing Saddles that's coming
That's
out
going
like
to
next
suck
year.
so much.
Yeah.
Did
Them saddles.
you guys click?
Oh my God.
God damn.
The sheriff is non-binary.
Holy shit. Oh.
Did you guys click the Twitter link earlier with Terry Bradshaw's comment on Fox NFL Countdown this morning?
I saw that. I didn't have to click it, so I knew exactly what it was. But yes, I synced it.
Did you click it?
I didn't click it.
I didn't click it.
Tell me and the listeners.
Hold on.
Explain it to us. Corey, describe it.
So Terry Bradshaw is like watching a man slowly mentally deteriorate on live television week by week. He's been frequently like stammering and stumbling over like highlight quotations. And he also makes some real off-color comments every once in a while. And the one this week, which are you going to play it?
They're not getting involved. They're not going to see. Well, they're not going to do it. They just can't do it. Yeah. Their mentality is throw. I think if this kid ran 5 or 6 runs in a row, I think he'd commit suicide or something. They have to throw.
I did hear this.
Dark for this
Yeah.
audience. Yeah. Well, you know what? Dark for all of us.
I didn't know the names, but I definitely watched that video on Twitter.
That's
So
a little dark for this audience. That's a little dark for all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what? He ran the ball 5 or 6 times, like, whoa.
Yeah, that's it doesn't even make sense.
No.
But he has diarrhea of the mouth at this point, man. He just doesn't know when to stop. And that happened to Jimmy Johnson too, which is why he's like not on there anymore, basically.
Yeah, they keep him in the basement.
Yeah. they
Literally.
bring him out for like picks, and that's it.
Man, imagine if this podcast was actually live.
Yeah.
Jesus
We'd,
Christ.
They'd be like, man, all 4 of those boys have diarrhea of the mouth.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Well, usually we're unencumbered with the alcohols.
That's true.
They're on live nationally broadcast television. It's
Yeah, there's a
Slightly
handicap
different.
involved.
That's fair. One
Yep.
day we'll have our own show.
On TV?
Yeah,
Live?
probably not.
On Fox?
It's going to have to be a 5-second delay at least.
5 seconds.
A 45-second delay.
It's me. Need to be a God mode editor
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
We need like a minute or two.
Just someone with a button. See, some of my long-winded stories, you don't know where the punchline's going to be.
You
And
just start the ad. When you start talking, just start the ad.
Charmin Ultra.
But it's Corey doing the commercial.
Yeah.
Does your hiney get chapped?
Do you know B-Day?
Your whole family ass so clean.
Yeah. I don't know why your Korean accent sounds so Mexican, but that's fine. Your whole family ass so clean.
You sounded Asian.
It's really hard to do Mexican when you're trying to do Korean. Except for if you're Josh.
Can you clip that and put that on Twitter by itself?
Yeah, just that's the preview for the episode.
Si, senor.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh boy.
Titans are beating the Chiefs right now.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thank you for the live update, Corey. What's the scoreline?
17-9.
Score line.
Is that not what you say? All right.
Rob's AI has hit a wall.
I'm trying.
Speaking of surprising scores, how about the Buffalo Bills getting beat today?
By the Jets. My God.
Jets, Jets. They've won 6 games.
That's nuts.
The Jets D is possibly the best in the entire league. Besides the Patriots.
Ooh.
Incredible.
For the 4th time in my life, I watched an entire football game yesterday.
Oh,
What was that?
Tennessee game.
Tennessee game.
Oof.
Yeah. Got
You must have been with
shit
Will.
housed.
I was with Will. Will was very upset.
Will told me that he put money on that game. He doesn't normally bet on sports, but he felt really, really strongly about it.
Hopefully he bet on Georgia.
He did not.
Will started heavily drinking at the second half.
Oof.
Yeah.
Just heavy drinking.
It was man, I just don't understand how people were so confident that Tennessee was going to win that game. I didn't understand
A lot of people felt like they are a team of destiny right now.
thought fucking wrong.
Yep.
They did really well, up until that game.
Yep.
I think the much bigger surprise is LSU beating Alabama, personally. Because I've gone on record saying how fucking terrible LSU is this year.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Brian Kelly and his family.
Please don't.
Is that how they talk down there?
That's how Brian Kelly thinks they talk.
I see.
Well, can you guys get the fuck out of my house now?
No, fuck you. Haha.
Yeah.
Well, that's another episode in the books.
In the books.
Can you just leave it at that?
Yeah, we got to keep all that shit in. Happy tonight, boys.
Happy tonight.
Happy tonight.
We got to have something better than that.
No.
No, it's so good.
Push the record button.
Happy tonight.
Happy tonight.
You've been listening to the Appleboys podcast. I know. We're badass. We hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure to like, rate, and review. Thank you for listening, especially premium subscribers. We'll be back soon. But in the meantime, hook up with us on Discord at discord.gg/Appleboys, on the website at appleboys.us, and Twitter and Facebook at Appleboys Pod. Happy tonight.